What up, everybody? Big Zay, not the little one. We back with another one, reaction video. This time we're gonna be reacting to Big Homie
Now,
CC. Yeah, we're gonna see what he talking about. We're gonna tell his truth. Let's dive right into it.
working as a private bodyguard, I ended up in a lot of parties. You know, Hollywood ain't what you think it is. Terry Crews, for example, P. Diddy, Orlando Brown, the dude Busta Rhymes, the Kardashians. I seen the guy Dwight Howard in a pink dress. We didn't know he had enough money to put a $50,000 bounty on me, though. He gets hit in the neck. I seen the blood shoot out and hit the ceiling. I see like a lot of people. That's a kid. These are the people that are being trafficked. To me, that's disrespectful. You coming to get me, and you don't got one up top? Let's play ball.
Before we get going in this video too far, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Help build the channel up. Let's get it.
Well, I'm originally from Chicago, South Side, born and raised, Chatham, Gresham areas. My mom, my aunties, my grandmothers, and them, they really was the core to our family. You know, I always felt it was imperative that we protect women and children. If there's any type of gangster activity going on, they shouldn't know anything about it. As I continued on my path, it led to a lot of situations where the level of danger was raised, and without certain levels of integrity, nobody would have made it out.
Ally's spending account is a checking account that helps you spend.
Yeah, I don't have the whole YouTube premium, so half of y'all don't either. So shut up.
How did I get into the whole bodyguard field? Like, what was the things that took place that made me want to get involved in this? It's an interesting story. Because as a kid, my dad was in and out of prison. He would be a millionaire one week, in jail the next week. He would get himself in crazy situations that put his life at risk. He took the initiative to hire bodyguards, Darnell and Sterling. You know, Darnell was an Army sniper. Sterling was an ex-Ranger. These guys would have me in an alley shooting cats with a .22 Derringer. They would have me watching like torture videos, cartel videos, people getting their head cut off. They were with me everywhere I went, 24 hours a day. If I'm at school on recess, I would get a tap on my shoulder sometime. Like, damn, I'm lacking. He caught me. And that'll be my bodyguard who was there to make sure I didn't get kidnapped or murdered or held for ransom, because apparently that was a real threat at that time. I liked it. I liked how they moved. I liked having that extra edge on people.
That nigga a little bit crazy. He like to have an extra edge on people. I understand it, but he didn't know what kind of danger he was in at that time to be feeling like that. He's like, oh shit, he must have thought he was a CIA agent himself or something.
I liked being a little bit more tuned in with frequencies than other people were, especially at a young age. Like, okay, man, your dad make bad decisions. You're going to have a rough life. You need to know how to do these type of things. That's how I got exposed to being a bodyguard, being a close protection agent, as they could say, or a fixer, as people would say, because I pretty much just became that person who people called when they couldn't call nobody. In the city of Chicago, by 13, 14, you better be ready to kill.
Tonight, friends and family will gather to remember a teen from Chicago who was shot and killed on his way home from soccer practice.
Our Nate Rogers joining us live.
I never really had a chance to be living no normal, peaceful life. You feel me? It's been going down since I was really born. You know, I was playing sports and doing little things, but I was always with 1 foot in the street, 1 foot out, because you want to be able to make some money, right? But you're not really trying to be down there at the McDonald's, simply because motherfucker pull up in the drive-thru and smoke you. The older guys that'll be drug dealers and stuff like that, they would see me and my brother walking with football equipment. And they'd say, hey man, take this $100 and go tackle the crackhead right there. Okay, now then that would escalate to other things. So as you know, we start to get older. Somebody might owe this person some money. They might offer you $2 grand to go over there, break this guy's jaw. They used to call it a pumpkin head. So we used to charge for a pumpkin head. You want somebody to get their head knotted up? $500. This is during the time between a big war going on in the city. BDs versus GDs, which eventually led to we having a run-in with the rapper King Von. You feel my boy G Lemma. He ended up getting shot by the guys at O Block. We had a crib on 61st and St. Lawrence, you know, right down the street from FBG Duck House. But, you know, one day the guy Von decided, you know, he popped out shooting at the guys, which that led to a whole little shootout going on. You feel me? Free turn up God. You know what I'm saying?
Them boys got in a shootout with King Von. Ugh.
And Free Pelly. Shout out Big Duga. Now, when it came to the whole situation with my father, this right here, this guy used to call himself Devil Man. He had a moral compass that was a little bit different than other people. You know, I really look at it as my first enemy, bro, because what really put me on this path was seeing him be physically aggressive with my mom. But the problem is with that, my dad was a dangerous dude. You see what I'm saying? This ain't no guy you can play no games with. I kind of made it my personal vendetta to that. You know, by the time he came home from prison, I was going to be physically able to face him. He had made a decision one day. He was going to threaten my mom with releasing a...
It must be his brother and his sister right there. Shit, a big nigga. Your man, his brother, if that's his brother. No, that ain't his pops.
a sexual tape between them two when they was married. And this was a weird day for me because my mom, school teacher, multiple master's degrees, career educator, kind-hearted, sweet woman. But when she called me and she said, son, where you at? Are you around anybody? I said, no. And then she said, I don't care what you do, but you better kill this motherfucker. I said, damn.
Damn, you just gonna tell them on deuce like that? Come on now.
So at this point, you know, I'm big, bro. I'm big homie. You feel me? I got a crew. I got my team. I have my business. I would be a formidable opponent for anybody at that stage. My dad ended up barricading himself at the Red Roof Inn Hotel on Torrance and calling the police on me. So I just pretty much harassed him and terrorized him for like a few weeks until he stopped responding. He stopped hitting my mom up. And you know, he's somewhere in a little trailer park right now, this little trailer. Banned to the nether realm. Clown. It was a fun job, a fun life, but it came with certain things that, you know, you gotta always keep with you. Like people make comments about how nice my teeth are, but
Are they broke? God damn. Motherfuckers clean with they fuck.
shoot out one day, I lost my teeth, face
Damn.
smashed.
Niggas bitches. Look at this shit. Niggas bitches on my granny grave. And I escaped.
You know, I still got bullet fragments in my body right now. And the question always is, how did you end up working with celebrities and superstars and getting to go on these places? Very simple. Word of mouth. I would get certain jobs being head of security at places. I'll be the youngest person there, but they'll make me head of security because I was good at what I did and I was passionate about it. I took it serious. I took pride in knowing that We got an event with 1,000 people. Nobody got shot. Nobody got stabbed. Few fights. That shit got broken up. Everybody was able to go home in peace. People hear about this. And then you will be around celebrities. They'll like how you operating and say, hey, man, let me get your number, bro. I like how you just handled that, bro. I felt safe in here, bro. Let me get your number. And next thing you know, Keith, you're a good man. Big homie, you're a good man. Killer, you a good man. And now I'm getting all these different gigs because I'm not stealing from people. I'm not robbing people. You know, I'm getting you to and from safely. I'm always a complete gentleman at all times. My biggest break really was when I got to move around with Iman Shumpert and his wife, Taylor Taylor. Like when the Cavaliers won the championship in Cleveland, Ohio, he got me the condo out there, downtown Cleveland. But the thing is though, I established my boundaries with all superstars. I never been to a basketball game that Shump was playing in. I want you to know that I want you to call me when it's looking spooky. Just being seen with them got me invited to be with the who's who. I was a person people would call for things that needed a special group of skills to be able to deal with.
Yeah, but it seemed like he's a retired YN. He got picked up off the streets by somebody. Wonder how he got into security. That's what I wonder. I haven't thought about it a couple times myself.
Well, there was a situation where a lady had paid for a guy to get some immediate justice with someone when he violated her young daughter. One day, lady show up to the trap house. I hear, is Big Homie in there? Where Big Homie at? She hands me a pair of purple sweatpants, small, hold them up like this. He said, look what he did to my baby. I'm looking in the sweatpants, there's blood, there's dried blood in there, it's like this white stuff on the inside. And we knew what took place. She said, I don't want him to die, nothing like that, but I want him to know I'm unhappy about this. It charged us up, because we knew that little girl. So what ended up happening was, make a long story short, this guy got his teeth knocked out, stuff like that. We didn't know he had enough money to put a $50,000 bounty on me, though. A couple days go past, I get a call. Motherfucker told me I got 30 days. I'm like, what? I got 30 days for what? They hang up. Some little females come and say, oh, Big Homie, please be careful. They talking about they got some money on your head. I'm like, who? We tie two and two together. We find out. Cool. Let's play ball. People came to collect on that bounty. But the problem is, when money gets involved, all they can think about is that money. They're not doing no research onto who they going after. And they mind, all my problems is solved. All I gotta do is shoot dude. It didn't work out well for them. On no occasion. Just so happened this one day, I'm in the backyard grilling though. I'm on the grill cooking up some burgers for the homies. There's no running water in this place. The electricity barely work. You feel me? We gotta cook a generator up. All type of crazy stuff. So I'm in the back grilling, I'm chilling, I'm kicking it with the rest of the ghoulas. This girl come through window shopping. What type of weed y'all got? Etc. etc. She came to scout out the location, bro. Think about that. They probably gave this lady 50, 60 bucks. Go and see a dude in there on the couch. A few minutes later, a guy come to the door. I'm a tall guy, so I look over through the top of the door, the little glass area, and I see he got his gun out. Could he really be here for what I think he here for? Sure enough, he was. Once he heard my voice, I said, what you trying to get? He pulled his gun out and cocked it. To me, that's disrespectful. You coming to get me, and you don't got one up top? I know how fast shit happen. You don't have time to chamber no round. You must have one up top. And I asked him, I said, what you trying to get? He said, man, what y'all got? You know what we got over here. Cool. I step back. I fire through the door. He gets hit in the neck. I seen the blood shoot out and hit the ceiling on the porch. So in the footage y'all gonna see, you're gonna see blood all over my feet, the window shot out, blood all over the porch. This same person, you're gonna hear him in the footage screaming, talking about call 911. I'm a smart nigga, call 911. But you just came here to kill me for this money.
I don't give a fuck what happened to the nigga, bro.
Hey, I'm a smart nigga. Call 911.
So the homies, savages, ruthless. They going in his pocket. They tell him, "Look, bro, it's over with for you, bro. What's the pin? What's the code to your phone? What's the pin to your card?" After that, the homies drug him down the street and just left him on the street. And he was screaming for his mom. He was screaming for God. He was screaming for Yahweh.
That man, he knew it was coming.
And nobody came. And I remember seeing the look on his face to where he had given up. And I just wanted to look at him. I wanted him to see me because I wanted him to know that because of his actions, that's what led him to this point. You know, he ended up surviving.
What?
We still friends on Facebook.
We still friends on Facebook is crazy.
I always said God gave me 9 lives.